Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett and thanks for spending some time with me today because in this video, we're talking all about some basic design mistakes that people make whether it's in their first home or their forever home and how you can fix them or avoid them. Now, the first mistake I see all of the time, one of the most common design mistakes ever, at all, of all time is that people don't measure. They don't measure before they buy something, they bring something in, or they try to bring something in. And measuring makes the world of difference when you are bringing something into your space. Because number one, you might not be able to get it in. It just may physically be too large to make a corner, get up the stairs. Like, you have to make sure you can actually get something into a compact space. And it may not even be that small. You know, for example, the sofa behind me, it was a nightmare to get into this house, but we measured so we knew it would fit. We just had to be very strategic about the way we brought it up the staircase and pivoted and turned it around in a hallway and got it in. Now, you might be able to physically get something in the space, and that's wonderful, but measuring also makes a difference in the way things fit in the space and the way everything looks too, right? I see people that get rugs that are way too small for their home time and time and time again because they aren't measuring. Measure your sofa, measure the room, and see how big of a rug do you need there. This is something I discuss all the time with clients. I'll say, how big is the sofa? And they'll say, oh, you know, it's 7 feet or 8 feet long. Okay, I know I need at least a 9-foot rug for the length of that sofa so it extends past. Do we have end tables there? Yes, we do. Okay, so now we might need to go to a 12-foot rug. We may even need to extend it further than that depending on the size and dimensions of everything. I also want to make sure that the rug can extend underneath the sofa far enough, but still have enough length that the coffee table sits on it. We have enough clearance to get around everything. Getting a rug is easy, right? Somebody else delivers it, but returning it is another story. Artwork is another thing people don't ever measure. And that's kind of a gray area because I want you to get artwork that you love, right? You might see something and be like, yeah, I love it, this is perfect. And you might not be able to get it in a bigger size or a smaller size, but make sure the artwork you're placing on a wall matches the dimensions of the wall. I keep a tape measure on me all the time because that's what I do, but you could just put one in your vehicle and just have it there. So if you're at, you know, the Home Goods or an antique market, or, you know, you're meeting up with somebody off of Facebook Marketplace, whatever, you can measure that item and make sure it's going to fit into your home or be the right size there. What I often say is take something that you have. If you just moved in somewhere, you have no furniture, you probably have a bunch of moving boxes. Put the moving boxes out, measure out how long whatever it is you're looking at is gonna be or how big you think that thing needs to be, and you can kind of get a vision for what the scale of that is. With a sofa, put some chairs out, set them all next to each other so you see like, oh, this is kind of how that's gonna feel. Stack something up so you can see what the back of that height is gonna be. Tape out, get some painter's tape, tape on your floor. How big is the rug gonna be and how does it fit here? So that you get an understanding of how those dimensions will work in the space so you don't buy a bunch of stuff that just doesn't fit into your home. Another mistake people make all of the time when they are decorating, be it their first home or their forever home, is that they try and get it done too fast. They try and get it done too fast. They set out a budget and they say, okay, everything has to fit in this budget. I gotta get as much done as possible. What ends up happening is that you spread that budget too thin and you end up buying things that are not good quality and that are cheap and that look cheap and that don't last because they were built cheaply. And that's okay. And I'm not saying throw the budget out of the window and it doesn't exist. I love it when my clients say that to me, but it doesn't happen all that often, and that's okay too. But take your time and really hunt and source. You can have one of 3 things when it comes to decorating. It's either gonna look good, it's gonna happen fast, or it's gonna be cheap. If you want it to look good and happen fast, it's not gonna be cheap. If you want it to happen fast and be cheap, it's not gonna look good. So be sure you're taking your time and not rushing through things. Decorating your home is a journey, and the fun is in the journey. It's not a race, okay? A race is not fun because you're just getting to the finish line that quickly. Don't be that person that you're just like, I'm gonna get flat pack everything so that the place is done and it's furnished and everything. Go rent somewhere fully furnished. What do you need to like do all of this for and put all of that extra work in for? If you want your home to be beautiful and reflect you, it will never be finished. You will always be changing or elevating, redecorating, moving things around, and that's the joy in it, and that's fun. And a part of not decorating too quickly and buying things that are cheap is mixing high end and low end together, right? So you might see some things that are really nice and you want to splurge on those and treat yourself. And maybe for that lower end piece, instead of sacrificing on quality, you get something pre-owned. Maybe it's a little vintage. You don't have to do that. And you also don't have to feel obligated to keep some of the things you may have inherited or things that people are handing out or getting rid of, because everybody always wants to get rid of their stuff, right? Make sure you're keeping things that are valuable, but most importantly, make sure everything in your home is precious to you, be it something you've been gifted for a new place or something that you found that you really took your time, that you fell in love with, that really reflects you and that has meaning to you personally. Those are the special things you need to have in your home. Now, I know it can be difficult to decide whether something works with your style or not, or whether you should keep something or not. So it's always a really good idea to get a first and a second opinion. That first opinion, I would recommend maybe your friends, maybe your family. You may look online and see what other people are doing or sharing, content creators like that. And a second opinion, it would be really great to get from an interior designer like me. You could always book a one-on-one interior design and decorating consultation with me, where you can virtually show me around your home and I can give you my opinions and recommendations. You can book a call with me using the link in the description box down below or going to intro.co/GarrettLeChic. Another design mistake I see all of the time that people make is not using inspirational photos. And I want to be careful here because I love inspirational photos as, you know, a resource for you to have, but I don't want you to copy anything, right? I want your home to be you and be personal and be what you love. But inspirational photos can be a really good source of guidance for you. So sometimes you have something in your home you just don't like. It might be the flooring color, it might be the wall color, it might be a piece of furniture you have that you have to work with and keep. It might be like, you know, you moved into a house or an apartment and you don't like the kitchen. Okay, great. Let's look for some inspiration for how somebody else has dealt with something similar and then apply it to your space. Dissect that image and see what is it about that I like and what can I apply in my own way into my home. And make sure you're saving those inspirational photos. Screenshot them. Create a little Pinterest board of them, okay? That way, when you get stuck decorating, you have something to fall back on and you can reference it. I love hunting for inspirational images because they inspire you, they encourage you, and they push you to do something else that you may not have originally thought and give you some creative ideas. But once again, never copy anyone. You don't want to move into somebody else's house. You don't want to like take over their life. That's weird. So be sure you're being personal and sticking true to your style. Now, another design mistake I see people make all of the time that is easy to avoid and fix is that people like to do everything brand new. And I'm not telling you your style needs to be vintage or, you know, like quirky and old or something like that. I'm not telling you to go buy a bunch of haunted antiques, okay? Some people are really into that. You don't have to be the one. But don't shop everything from the same store. Don't buy everything brand new. Don't do everything flat pack because your house is not going to look like a house. It's going to look like it's been furnished, not decorated. And this is kind of that like model home vibe. Love model homes. They're beautiful, a great source of inspiration, but do you want it to look like you live there? Because they're designed to look like no one lives there, yet everyone lives there. They're designed to appeal to the masses. If that's what you're after, okay, but what appeals to you? That's the question you have to answer there. And it's not about buy everything old, because I don't think that's the answer either. There's some things I just would never buy vintage. I would never buy upholstery. I've done it before. I probably won't do it again because the cost of reupholstering is so high and you don't know what's in the foam and the fabric. No, not for me. Some things that are great to buy vintage that could fit into any home. Anything that is solid surface. So like a table, a stone piece of, you know, decor or something like that, a plant stand. Those are good things to buy vintage. You can buy vintage lamps. You can buy vintage artwork, vases, small accessories and decor. And that's where you infuse a little bit of your personality into the space. So be sure you're on the hunt for things that either are vintage or you may even just be the person that you're like, no, I don't want anything used or pre-owned. Everything has to be brand new. Like, it's a choice, okay. But get some things that look vintage or that have a little bit of extra character. Maybe it's a little unexpected to see something in that space. This is the point of the video where every content creator asks you to subscribe, and I'm gonna do the same because if you love interior design, if you're looking to elevate your home, if you maybe just wanna learn a little something new, I've got it here for you. Please take a moment and join us. Hit the subscribe button. It helps our channel out. And please also, if everybody watching could give this video a like to help me defeat YouTube's algorithm, we can improve the world one home at a time. So I'd be grateful if you joined us, and like I said, give this video a like. Now, another design mistake I see all of the time, and this is something I often do, I reassure my clients on, is that people in general just hold themselves back. They're a little bit scared. They're a little timid to do something adventurous and be bold. And there's nothing I love more than somebody who is unapologetically themselves and just bold and will go all out. And sometimes you need a little encouragement. And what I'm gonna encourage you to do is to have fun and don't hold yourself back. When you're decorating, if you get an interesting idea, take it, run with it, take it to the next level, and then apply it. What I mean by that is, don't be afraid to paint your room an interesting color, okay? Don't sit there and be like, I'm gonna paint it tan. Paint it chartreuse. Have some fun, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, I love an accent wall. I don't love an accent wall. I want all of the walls painted. Paint an accent ceiling. That's exciting to me. That's bold to me. Have fun in your home. You live there. You have to enjoy it. You have to like this space. Don't think you're gonna buy a bunch of stuff from box stores and everything is gonna be perfect. There's not gonna be, listen, I know there's a lot of people out there that are gonna say, this is the thing you need. You have to have this vase. It's gonna change your life. It's not, okay? Have fun. Find something interesting. Find something that's personal. If you're at the store and you see something weird and quirky, don't just say that's weird. Ask yourself, who's this for? How does it work and what space does it go in? Maybe it's not yours, okay? We've all seen plenty of things, like these decorating and home decor stores, all right? We've seen it all, but maybe it's not for you. Who's it for? Look at this space right here, okay? It's fun, it's bright, it's light, it's airy, it's painted all white. But the rug has a lot of different colors in it. So they've pulled colors from the rug into the sofa cushions or the pillows on the sofa, into the dining chairs there, small accents like this lampshade, all of this, it all works together because this person is having a little bit of fun. They may be unexpected colors to see together, but they found this rug that has all of them, and now we can pull that out and bring it into the space. It feels interesting and unique. And how many people do you know are gonna have this like orange color in their house? Okay, not a lot of them, but this person did, and I appreciate it and I applaud it. Have fun when you're decorating your home and stop holding yourself back. Another design mistake I see all of the time, and it's one of the easiest to correct but most often overlooked, is flow. Flow can mean different things, but what I'm talking about is visual flow and the way rooms connect to each other. It's really important that every space in your home has a thread that connects it. And this can mean a number of different things. Like it could be in an open concept space. I want each of those individual areas in that open concept space to have a relationship to each other. So maybe it's a similar color that's used throughout in accessories and decor. Maybe it's a similar light style or rug or something in those spaces. Every room in your home should have that. They don't all have to match. They don't all have to be the same. You can have a different theme in every room if you really like themes. It's not what I would recommend, but you do you. But there should be some sort of thread that connects them, something that is continuous throughout. If you like everything to be tropical, okay, great. Let's pull like a green tone. Let's pull a floral arrangement so it continues throughout the space. If you really like a specific accent color, I love the color blue. Okay, it's my favorite color. It's everywhere in my home. I'm a blue person. That's a good thread for me to pull throughout every space in my home so that it all feels connected. It doesn't all have to match. It doesn't all have to be the same. It doesn't feel the same in every room in my house, but it all feels like it belongs in the same house because I have that flow connecting each of the rooms. For you, it might be a color, a pattern, a texture, a material. It could be an idea of some sort. It could be an accessory color. It could be the color of hardware and metal. Make sure you have something from every other room in each room so it all feels connected at the very least. Even if the energy changes. If it's this is a really bright room and that's a really dark room, that's fine. Hey, I love it. I have that in my house. Make sure they all feel connected. Use the same wood tones, use a similar upholstery color, use the same metal for accents and hardware, or if you're gonna mix them, make sure you're mixing both of those in each of the rooms. It's super simple and easy to use flow. Just make sure you're doing it and being consistent with it. Super easy to do. don't overlook it because it will be obvious if you do. Well, there you have it, everyone. Now that we've talked about some design mistakes that people make in their home, be sure you check out this one right over here, all about some things you're doing, some design mistakes that are making your house look cheap. You want to avoid them no matter which home you're in, if it's your first or your forever home. Be sure you check it out, and I will see you over there.